This is the Pantheon. I would like to proudly welcome all the way from Washington, D.C. This is Rahul Mukerji. And today we're talking about his celebrated instrumental classic, Mother Russia. Welcome to the Pantheon, my brother.
Thank you, and it's a total pleasure to be here. Thank you so much for having me.
It's an absolute honor, man. And may I say, this album, Mother Russia, is kicking my ass, and I cannot wait to debut a song for my listeners, and it's going to kick their ass. I tell you, people, this is Dream Theater times 10. This is progressive at its best. So, I got to tell you, how long have you been doing this, my brother?
So the album I worked for about 5 years. I've been playing, I guess, in and out of music for about probably 20 years at this point. So yeah.
Who and what are your inspirations?
Good question. So I have a pretty diverse set of musicians I listen to. I like John McLaughlin a lot. So I'm influenced by Shakti, Mahavishnu Orchestra. I love Aldi Mueller. I love the way he plays. So a lot of his stuff is a big influence. I also enjoy Andy Timmons. I grew up listening to a lot of Satriani, Steve Vai, a lot of the heavier bands, Megadeth, Metallica. I progressed in Cannibal Corpse. But obviously, you said Dream Theater, John Petrucci is a massive influence for me. I can't play like the way he does, but yes, all the progressive people, Symphony X, Dream Theater. I like Piano Salvation as well. So yeah, a whole bunch of artists out there.
I think if you got together with John Petrucci, I think you guys would make the album of the century.
You are way too kind with that. Thank you so much for that.
I mean it from the bottom of my heart, man. You guys would be absolutely amazing. I have this dream in my head of putting together the greatest minds in music. It would be an orchestra of pure musicianship, like something the Trans-Siberian Orchestra could never ever put together.
And that is crazy as well. And that's a fantastic orchestra slash ensemble, really, the Trans-Siberian Orchestra.
It is. So getting back to talking about your album, what was it like creating the arrangement to the album? Was it difficult getting the right sound? How many takes did it take? What was the process like? And I know here in this digital world, I'm sure there was a lot of files created. I know you definitely had to have a lot of fun making it, because I sure as hell had a good time listening to it.
And that is absolutely true. I had a blast making it. You're right. I did work in the digital domain. It took 5 years. I've had over 1 million takes, only because I've changed the arrangements over time. Stuff has evolved. So the initial ideas that I had, we've rearranged and we've dropped things and we've changed things as my sound evolved. It started as a collection of tracks and scratch tracks that I had all over the place. As the years went by, I think by year 3, I had finally solidified a theme. So the theme was more Indian fusion based. So we had tablas, you had a little more of the Indian inflections in the soloing. The songs became a little more diverse. It was not just metal and rock. There were little jazz chords thrown in, arrangements were set. So it took multiple takes, because every time I would do something, I'd have a different idea at 3 a.m. in the morning. I'd be like, oh, I want to try that. And then I would go ahead and change that. Big props to my co-producer, Bruce Ning, who is from here, but right now in Germany, Stuttgart. And I had to send him all the files, and he would listen to it. He has a fantastic ear for music, and he has the same influences. He's big into world fusion. He enjoys Shakti, Mahavishnu, Marvin, all the other kind of stuff out there. So he would listen to it, and he said, okay, why don't we try this? Why don't we try that? So we would play around with the arrangements quite a bit till we found what we liked. That's kind of how it all came together.
And it came out beautiful. Absolutely amazing. So where can fans find this amazing album, Mother Russia? Did you do anything a special for it? Is it on a CD, vinyl, cassette? Is it on Apple? Is it on Spotify? Where can we get our hands on it?
It's available everywhere. So Bandcamp right now, I'm selling the digital album for free, so you can go ahead and download it from there. If you just look up Mukerji.us, that's erji.us. That's my website. It has the links to all the different avenues. So CD Baby, iTunes, Amazon, I believe it's on Tidal and Spotify, Pandora. You can stream it everywhere. In addition, you can also buy a vinyl and a CD. So the CD is a digipack, and the vinyl is a limited edition clear splatter vinyl that I created. The interesting thing about the CD and the vinyl is that the CD comes with the booklet. It has a lot of information about the songs, the inspiration behind the songs, and some little hidden tidbits here and there that we put in. It also has all the different artwork actually created for the album cover that we rejected. I think over 120 different album covers before I finally settled on that goofy looking face, which is tabla, the flute, the guitar, and everything else. The vinyl actually has a really beautiful fractal gatefold. I'm a visual artist as well, and I display a lot of my art out here in Washington, D.C. So the fractal that I have inside is actually interesting 3D fractal. I generally sell the vinyl with special glasses, which allows you to see the little contrast and it looks like it's jumping out at you. So I put a lot of thought behind packaging it as a art piece and music as well. So if people are interested in that, reach out to me. Reach out. It's also on Bandcamp. You can order the vinyl CD on Bandcamp. You can order them separately or as a package, and I can send them out to you.
Absolutely beautiful, man. Beautiful. I love the physical copy. It's fantastic. There's so much soul and like so much awesomeness in the physical copy. I'm all for the physical copy, man. How do you feel about this digital world of ours?
And that's a big thing for me because growing up, I listened to a lot of cassettes and CDs, and I had a limited experience to vinyl. But I used to love reading the liner notes, and so love looking at the artwork.
You see what the band looks like. You see the who special guest starred on a particular song, and
exactly
what bands that they liked, and it's a big production. I love it.
Yes, and okay, so you and I are totally in sync, right? So I also love reading. Okay, did you thank? Who are the other bands that you thanked that are influences to you or you play along with? So I can listen to that. And you see all these different guest musicians, and you're like, oh, what band does he play with? So there's a lot of information that I grew up, and I'm kind of miss that, just like I think most of us do right now in the digital world, where it's just one song that streams, and you're like, okay, that's done. But the pleasure of listening to an album as a whole, just sitting in your home, sitting on your bed with the headphones on, listening to a full 45-minute album, just reading through the liner notes, that's an experience that I think a lot of people miss now. And I'm happy that, I could actually provide that to some of my listeners by providing them liner artwork and, everything else that's great with physical copies.
You're providing a wonderful service, my brother.
Oh, thank you so much.
So what's next for Rahul Mukerji? Any tours, any festivals, any new music? What's next, my brother?
So I am starting to work on my album number 2. I have, I think, enough, tracks to make 2 albums. They are slightly separate in the way they are set up. So genre-wise, I think one falls a little more into progressive metal or heavier progressive music, and one is a little more ambient sounding. I'm trying to find a niche again in that I want to stick to my sound and what people liked about it. The reviews really spoke well about the integration of East and West in the music. People, I think, really enjoyed the tablas and the guitars working together. So I want to continue in that fashion, but also push the boundary a little more and see what I can experiment. So I started tracking. In fact, this last week I was tracking with the Chapman stick. I started to play this Chapman stick, which is kind of interesting for me because I like King Crimson and I envy Tony Levin playing all those crazy little bass lines. So I'm trying to play a little more in that direction, and let's see how it's headed. So maybe next year I'll have something out.
Well, looking forward to it, man. Well, Rahul, it's been an absolute pleasure having you here on the Pantheon. Keep making great music. Keep kicking ass. Horns high!
All right, man. Thanks so much for having me. It's been an absolute honor for me to be here.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, those were our guests. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I want to thank Infamy, Aziz Nahal. Thank you so much. What you heard was the song Age of Deception off of their Age of Deceit album. That's what we started off with. And I want to thank Torment Tool and the song you heard off their Shadow Existence album, Within the Web. The song you heard, Kick Ass. Thank you so much, guys. Kick Ass. And our final guest, thank you, Rahul Mukerji, and the instrumental awesomeness, Sinner on Mother Russia. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you all for being on the show, and I want to thank the Pantheon listeners. Thank you for checking out this new format with a no news approach. I want to make it less about me and more about the band. Thank you all for stopping by. Keep the horns high.